Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and let's go ahead and get started. So today I am making an envelope pillowcase. Now these pillowcases are fantastic because you can just switch your pillowcases out for holidays. There's no reason to get specific holiday pillows. So here I got this cute reindeer pattern, and it is the season for all these patterns to be on sale, so I got it 50% off at Joann's. So it really didn't cost me a lot. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is measure out your pillow and kind of figure out the dimensions that you're going to need. So I measured my pillow 18 by 18 inches. So I'm going to be giving myself 19 by 19. This will give me enough room for a seam allowance and also to have a little bit of extra room to fit in the edge binding that I have on my pillow so that it doesn't feel too bulky or too tight. Now I've decided just to kind of fold it over. Like I said, my fabric is pretty long, so I'm just going to do it this way instead of cutting 3 separate pieces. So I'm just kind of deciding where I want it to lay and how I want it to look. You do want to make sure that your back pieces overlap by a couple of inches. If you do it only by like an inch or maybe even 2 inches, if you have a really large pillow in the middle of that seam, you're going to see the pillow, which isn't too big of a deal because it is the back, but if you really want to make sure that it's tucked in nicely, I recommend doing it by maybe a little bit more than 2 inches. It depends on the size of your pillow. Now here I decided to add an applique. So I'm just going to do a raw edge applique. So this is some extra blue fabric that I had from a previous project. So I'm just going to attach it right in the middle and go ahead and use glue. Now this might seem a little bit silly, but it is just washable glue and I plan on washing it after I'm done. So it's no big deal, but I added a little bit of glue to make sure that it doesn't move while I am sewing. Now I've attached the applique and I went ahead and hemmed both edges. Now of course you're going to want to make sure everything's right side in, and like I said, my pillow I'm going to do 19 by 19, so I measured from the middle to make sure that it's folded over nicely and that my tree is in the middle of my pillow because that's where I want it. So once I've got everything lined out, I'm just going to sew the sides down. Once you finish that, you can just flip it right side out and give it a try. And here it is. This will give you an idea of how it looks. This was super simple to do and it just adds a little bit of extra decoration that I can do to my front room and no big deal. So here with the applique, I am going to wash it and I'll be able to show you how the raw edge applique style is going to work. Here is the back. Now typically the envelope, the seam will go straight in the middle of the pillow. I had a couple of extra inches and didn't want to scrap it, so I just went ahead and made it go up a little bit higher. Now that I've washed it, you can see how the raw edge is looking, and I'm really happy with how it looks. This is what I was going for. You know, just with the reindeer, I just wanted to add a little bit more of that navy blue that I have going on in my front room and in my Christmas tree to kind of tie in the colors all together. I hope this inspires you to get a little bit creative and do a little bit more DIY decorations. Christmas is such a fun holiday to give it a try. Leave a comment below on what you've done and we'll see you next time.